Yes. Jai Hind and hello everyone. Welcome back to Crack Grade B. This is Sunil Jangid, and in our last lecture we were discussing conditional sentences, right? So our last chapter was conditional sentences, and its last lecture if you talk about conditional sentences, right? And I hope both audio and video clear, and kindly share this session with all your friends. Invite them all. This session is going to be very interesting or very conceptual as well, right? So share this video everywhere. Okay, let us start. We were discussing chapter conditional sentences, and as I told you, ki conditional sentences are those which are based on conditions, right? Which are based on conditions. And I said ki whenever we talk about conditional sentences, two different clauses will always be there. One is subordinate clause and another one is main clause, right? And subordinate clause shows condition, main clause shows result, and subordinate clauses always depend on the main clause, right? So I told you about what is open condition and what is semi closed condition. Today we shall cover closed condition and what kind of sentences we discuss under this type, and what are the applications, and how we can find error if any one of the sentences you find in your exam from this chapter, right? So let us start. Let us start. Third type is closed condition. And in closed condition, we discuss sentences which are done or completed, which are done, or you can say which are completed, and their result is out. And their result is out. Okay, I told you a sentence. The sentence is, if you had sung well, if you had sung well, you would have won a prize. Okay, if you had sung well, you would have won a prize. Okay, in this sentence we know it very well. This is the conjunction. If is you can say conditional word, and after this conjunction you have a subject and predicate, you have a clause, and after that you have a subject and a predicate, you have second clause. Okay, this clause is always called subordinate clause. In subordinate clause we always carry condition, and this is the main clause, and in main clause we always carry what? We always carry result. Okay, and under this condition we discuss such sentences which are done or completed, right? And you know what is the meaning of if you had sung well? The meaning of if you had sung well but you did not, this is the meaning of but you did not. Mean to say the process of not singing well is done now, completed now, and there is no call of getting a prize, right? But you did not. And I told you the concept. The concept is that whenever you talk about this condition, you get a conjunction. Initially you will get conjunction or conditional word. You will get two different clauses. This is the first clause and this is the second clause. This is the first clause and this is the second clause. And as I said, whenever we talk about subordinate clause in which we get condition, this clause will always comes under past perfect tense. Subordinate clause comes under past perfect tense, right? And in main clause, main clause we just carry would, could or might. Would, could or might, perfect form of would, could, might. For example, perfect form of would, could, might mean to say would have plus v3, or might have plus v3, or could have plus v3, right? And this is the main clause. In main clause we always carry condition. In main clause we carry condition, right? So this is the clause condition, you can say, right? So let us take some examples. Let us take some examples. And the sentence you have: if you had been if you had been more attentive, if you had been more attentive, this accident could have been avoided. Okay, you have a sentence: if you had been more attentive, this accident could have been avoided. Okay, let us understand. In this sentence, you have this subordinate clause, subject plus predicate. This is the conjunction. And this is the main clause, subject plus predicate, right? In this subordinate clause, you have past perfect tense, right? This is the past perfect tense, had been, right? This is past perfect tense. And in the next clause, we have to use perfect form of could, would, or might. So what can be the perfect form? Could have been. This been is due to this sentence is in passive voice. Why I am using this form of be base verb been? Why I am using? The reason behind this sentence is in passive voice. As you can observe, this accident, this is the subject, and this subject is not doer in this sentence. The subject is not doer, and make it sure when you find the subject is not doer in a sentence, that will always be in passive voice. And how can a sentence in active voice? So if you find the subject is the doer of that sentence will be in active voice. And if the subject is not the doer, then that sentence will be in passive voice. So accident is not the doer, right? So passive voice we use perfect form. In perfect form we use been, and third form of the verb, main verb, averted will be there, right? So sentence will be like, if you had been more attentive, this accident could have been averted, right? Sentence will be fine. Okay, and as I said in last lecture, ki in semi closed condition also, whether you find conditional word or conjunction in the beginning of a sentence, and in the absence of that conditional word or conjunction, what we can do to make the sentence error free, we just apply inversion in that particular sentence. Mean to say, by using helping verb initially in a sentence, we can also just make the sentence meaningful if you don't have a conjunction. Okay, just suppose now you have a conjunction if, but in absence of conjunction if, how can you improve this sentence? Okay, let us take another slide. Okay, you can say, if you just say, had you been more attentive, had you been more attentive, this accident could have been averted. This is also right sentence. As we know, in this sentence you don't have a conditional word, you don't have a conjunction. This is the first clause, and this is the subject and predicate, this is the second clause, right? In absence of conditional word, what we can do, we use helping verb before the subject, and after that main verb, third form of the verb. So this is the subordinate clause. In subordinate clause we use past perfect tense, and in main clause perfect form of could, would or might. Both the ways can make this sentence error free, right? This sentence is also okay. So let us take some more examples. Okay, if I say the sentence is, if the doctor had arrived, if the doctor had arrived earlier, this accident this accident the patient could have saved. Okay, I want you to improve this sentence. Yes, I want you to improve this sentence. And what can be the error part? Just, I'm waiting for your comments. If the doctor had arrived earlier, the patient could have saved. Yes. How can you improve this sentence? If the doctor had arrived earlier, this patient, not this patient, the patient could have saved. Yes. Okay, let us find the error part. We know in this sentence, this is the conjunction conditional word, and after this conjunction, you have a subject and a predicate. You have a subject and a predicate, okay? And after that, again, you have a subject and a predicate, okay? And in subordinate clause, you have past perfect tense, had arrived, right? This is, it means the action is done or completed. The action is done or completed. The meaning of, if the doctor had arrived earlier, mean to say, but the doctor did not arrive earlier. Right? The meaning of this clause is that, but the doctor did not arrive earlier. Mean to say the action has been completed or done. Means result is out in this sentence. Okay. So in the next sentence, you have perfect form of could. So perfect form of could have third form of the verb, right? But if you again observe this sentence, we know the patient is subject, and this patient is not the doer. Patient is not the doer. To save the activity to save a patient is of the doctor. So the patient is not doer, and if the subject is not doer, it means the sentence is in passive voice. This clause is in passive voice. And in perfect voice, what we use form of be base verb been, could have been saved. Now sentence will be fine. Sentence will be like, if the doctor had arrived earlier, the patient could have been saved, right? Now the sentence is fine. Okay, if you just, in absence of this conditional word, the sentence can be like, the sentence can be like, had the doctor had the doctor arrived earlier, the patient could have been saved. This is also right to say. In absence of conditional word, we just maintain inversion in that particular sentence. Okay, let us apply some more sentences. Let us take some more sentences. एक, a sentence we have, we would have we would have met the actor if he was present that day. If he was present that day. Okay. In this sentence, we know this is the conditional word, this is the conjunction, and after this conjunction, subject plus predicate. This is the subordinate clause, right? This is the subordinate clause in which we carry condition, and this first clause is now main clause. This is main clause, right? And in main clause, we carry result, right? Okay, and you know it very well. Could have plus v3, could have plus v3. This is the perfect form of would. Okay, but the subordinate clause must have past perfect tense, and to make this clause in past perfect tense, we have to use had been. Sentence must be like, we would have met the actor if he had been present that day. If he had been present that day. And you know what is the meaning of if he had been present that day? Mean to say, but he was not present. But he was not present. Mean to say, the action is done, the action is completed, and result is out. And the result is out. So that's why we use past perfect and perfect form of would. Okay, let us take some more example. Some more example, if I say, if I had saw, Mr. Parker, I would have recognized him. If I had saw Mr. Parker, I would have recognized him. Okay, in this sentence also, we know it very well. This is the conditional word. This is the conditional word. This is the subordinate clause. And this is the main clause. In main clause, you already have perfect form of would have plus V3. So if you have a perfect form of would, could, or might in main clause, then you must have past perfect tense in the subordinate clause, right? So to make this sentence in past perfect tense, what we use, third form of the verb must be seen. Sentence will be like, if I had seen Mr. Parker, I would have recognized him. I would have recognized him. Sentence must be like this. Okay. Next sentence. If I say, if he were a bird, if he were a bird, he could have crossed, he could have crossed the river. He could have crossed the river. Okay. In this sentence, if you just want to observe, then you will find this clause. This clause, if he were a bird, right? This is pure unreal sentence or improbable to happen. Improbable to happen, right? He can't be a bird. He can't be a bird. This sentence is improbable to happen. And if you find improbability, right? If you find improbability to denote such actions, we use semi-closed condition. This sentence must be in semi-closed condition, and we know it very well. In semi-closed condition, in subordinate clause, we use past indefinite tense, and you already have past indefinite tense, and you must have indefinite form of, or you can say could, might, or would plus v1 we have to use in the main clause. So to make this sentence okay, drop have crossed or replace have crossed with cross. Sentence will be like, if he were a bird, he could cross the river, and the sentence will be fine now. Sentence will be fine now. Okay, this is the semi-closed condition, not closed condition, right? Okay, one more sentence. He would have got scholarship. He would have got scholarship if he were an Englishman. Okay, how can you improve this sentence? He would have got scholarship if he were an Englishman. You can make this sentence okay by two different ways. Okay, what are two different ways? This is the perfect form of would, and perfect form of would we use in presence of past perfect tense, right? So you can just change this past indefinite into past perfect tense, sentence will be fine. Or you can also feel this is the past indefinite, and past indefinite demands would plus v1 in the main clause. You can also make this sentence fine by changing, by replacing this would have got into would get, right? These two ways we have. Okay, but if you just observe this clause, if he were an Englishman, this is pure, you can say, unreal or imaginary sentence. And all unreal or imaginary sentences are improbable to happen, right? This clause denotes to improbable to happen condition, and it comes under, you can say, semi-closed condition. Semi-closed condition will be used, and in this under this condition what we use past indefinite tense and would plus v1. So to make this would plus v1, just apply he would get scholarship if he were an Englishman. He would get scholarship if he were an Englishman. Now the sentence will be fine. Yes, are you getting my point? Now the sentence is okay. Okay, let us take some more example. The sentence is, if he will not agree, we shall cancel the program. If he will not agree, we shall cancel the program. Okay, how can you improve this sentence? The sentence you have, if he will not agree, we shall cancel the program. Okay, in this sentence, this is the subordinate clause and this is the main clause. Okay, and in both the clauses you have future indefinite tense. This is future indefinite and this is also future indefinite. And as we know this is the, you can say, open condition. This is open condition, and in open condition we use such sentences which are probable to happen, or you can say all universal facts and proverbs or probable to happen. These come under open condition, right? So this is open condition, and as I said, in open condition both the clauses cannot be in the future tense. We use present indefinite tense in the subordinate clause and future indefinite tense in the main clause. We have to use this one. As I said, in subordinate clause, we use present indefinite tense, present indefinite tense, and in main clause, we use future indefinite tense, right? This is the way, this is the method. So already you have future indefinite tense in the main clause, but in subordinate clause you have to maintain present indefinite. So to make this present indefinite use, if he does not agree, we shall cancel the program. If he does not agree, we shall cancel the program. Now the sentence is fine. Yes. One more sentence. If I say, had you taken proper care, had you taken proper care, this accident could be averted. Could be averted. Okay. In this sentence also, here you know it very well. You don't have a conditional word or a conjunction in the beginning of a sentence, right? You don't have a conditional word. And as I said, when you don't have a conditional word, in semi-closed condition and in closed condition, we use helping verb initially in a sentence, or you can say you maintain inversion or inverted form in that sentence, and by doing this, sentence will be fine, sentence will be error free. And as you know, had you taken proper care, this had plus v3, this is the helping verb, and this is the third form of the verb, main verb. This is past perfect tense, and you have to use a perfect form of could, would, or might. Could be averted. Okay, in perfect form, make it sure, in perfect form of could, would, or might, we use been. In perfect form, we use been initially, and after that, third form of the verb. So sentence will be like, had you taken proper care, had you taken proper care, this accident could, and this sentence is in passive voice also. Subject is not doer, so sentence will be like, could have been, averted, right? Now the sentence is fine, could have been averted. Okay. So let us take some more examples. If I say, now let us understand what is the difference between until and unless. You have two different words, until and second one is unless. And both the words usually confuses us. Okay. Both the words until and unless, they normally confuse the students. Okay. What is the difference between both the words? Both the words are conjunction. First of all, both the words are conjunction, or you can say conditional word. The meaning of until is till not. The meaning of until is till not, and it denotes to time, right? It denotes to time. And the meaning of unless is if not. Meaning of unless is if not, and unless denotes to condition. Until denotes to time, and unless denotes to condition, right? And the bigger point between both the words is that both the words are negative in meaning. Both the words, they show negative sense, they show negative meaning, or you can say by using such words, the sense of that particular clause will be negative. Okay, though both are negative meaning showing conjunctions. Okay, let us take some examples. He will not forgive you, blank, you beg pardon. Okay, Next sentence, you will not get well, blank, blank you quit smoking, blank you quit smoking. Blank, you boil water, it will not evaporate. Okay, next sentence is, you can't vote, blank, you are 18. You can't vote, blank, you are 18. Next sentence is, I waited for them there. I waited for them there, blank, the rain stopped. And the last sentence is, the party won't start, blank, he comes. Yes. You have different 6 sentences, and we have to carefully use the both the words until and unless. And as I said, both are conjunctions. The meaning of until is till not, it shows time, and the meaning of unless is if not, it shows condition, and both the conjunctions are negative in meaning. You have different 6 sentences. He will not forgive you, blank, you beg pardon. Okay, before using any word until or unless, you have to focus on the clause which is followed by the given blank. Okay, just observe this clause you have, blank, you beg pardon. Okay, to forgive someone, to forgive someone, beg pardon is pure condition. This is not a time. Okay, and if you want to forgive someone, then we don't wait for any exact time ki I will forgive you in the afternoon or in the morning or in the evening. We just always takes care of, we always take care of the condition ki what is the condition to forgive someone, right? So this, to beg pardon, is the condition to forgive someone, and before conditional clause, before the clause which shows condition, we use what? We use unless. Sentence will be like, he will not forgive you unless you beg pardon. Okay, in the second sentence, again you have, you will not get well, blank, you quit smoking. To quit smoking, to get well, to get well, quit smoking, it's just pure, it's pure, you can see, this is also condition. And as we know, before clauses of condition, we use again what? We use unless, right? Sentence is okay. Okay, आ रहा हूँ आंटी, 2-3 मिनट. Yes. Okay, now. So we have completed this chapter, conditional sentences. And now you know different three types of conditions: open condition, semi-closed condition, and closed condition. And you know it very well ki how can you find out, how can you find error part in such sentences. So in next lecture, or you can say tomorrow, we shall cover one of you can say last chapter, last grammatical chapter, that is modal auxiliary verb. Okay, and after that your grammatical part will be over, and we shall cover some of the comprehension part, and we shall end this batch by doing these remaining things. So I just keep my finger crossed for you. Take care and keep sharing such videos with all your friends. Subscribe Crack Grade B if you have not subscribed it yet. So it's enough from my side. Take care. Goodbye. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you very much.